Hello everybody, this is AJ Blackfire, name AJ, and welcome to how to create a quick Minecraft server for you and your friends to play on and have just a good time. It'll be quick, it's easy, so just watch this video and I'll show you how to do it. First thing you're going to want to do is create a folder on your desktop and call it server. You don't have to call it server, you can call it whatever you want. I'm just going to call mine server for the sake of simplicity. Now what you're going to do is open it. Make sure nothing's inside this folder. If you just created it, you don't have to worry about it. You don't want anything inside that's going to make it all cluttered. You want it to be easily accessible, and things will be good to go. Next, what you're going to want to do is open your Minecraft launcher. Now wait for it to load, and when it's loaded, go into your launch options. This is where we're going to download the server. Say I want to download a server for Minecraft 1.12. I'm just going to go here, click download server, and then it's going to let me download the server. Put it into your folder called server, click save, and your server should be downloaded. Now let's say you want to create a snapshot server, for example. First of all, you're going to want to say enable snapshots. You want to enable that, or else you won't be able to see it. And then when you click add new, you're going to go down and you're going to click whatever version you want. So say 17W17A, and you're going to click download server. It'll pull up the same thing, and you can download 17W17A. And if I want, say, 1.11.2 instead, I can do that one, and now I have 1.11.2. We're just going to stick with 1.12 because it's the newest one, and it's the easiest. It'll be the most updated. So, now what you're going to need to do, minimize this, and you should, if you go into your server folder, see you've got a new Java file. Now to run this, you will need Java to be installed. I'm not going to explain how to install Java. You can go find another thing, but make sure your Java is installed, and then double-click it. Oh, double-click it, and you should see there might be a little flash on the screen of Java trying to pop up. It was on my second monitor, but here we go. We've got 4 files now. You've got the run file, the EULA, the logs, and the server. What you want to do is open the EULA file and set this false to true. All you're saying is that you agree to Mojang's user license agreement, pretty much, and if you want to go read it, there's the link right there, and that's all you need to do. Set that to true, close this down. Oh, make sure to save it. Save the file, then run the server again. Now once you've done this, you should see the server console pop up. And it looks a little bit like this. In fact, it looks exactly like this. So right now what it's doing is preparing spawn area. It's building up our world, which is right over here. Okay? When that's done, what you're going to do, oh, it's still 50%. There's a very special way that you want to close your Minecraft server in order to avoid corruption. It's not frequent on vanilla servers, but it can happen. So you want to, instead of hitting the X in the top, type stop into the console. This will save everything, it'll close out great, and you can go right back, and now you'll notice there are a lot more files here. So this is the world that it just generated. If you want to put your own world in, you can just paste it into this folder, and it'll be right there. You will need to change something in the server right here, the server properties, and we'll go over that right now. So here we have the server properties. You're only going to need to deal with a couple things. OP permission level is just basically how much commands can someone use if you type /OP this person. So level 4 will give you access to everything. Level 3 will give you access to everything except for server commands such as stop. Level 2 will give you access to everything, but you can't like kick or ban anyone. And level 1 is just very basic commands that don't really do very much. Like, other than that, you have help and MSG if you don't have OP. Allow nether is very self-explanatory, just has the nether. Now, if you did paste your own world in, you're going to want to change this world to whatever the name of whatever the world you want to load is. So say mine was Super Swag 3000. I'm going to type Super Swag 3000 like this. Super Swag 3000, and that's gonna be my world, right? And then, but since I'm just using the default world, we're just gonna keep as world. Enable core you don't have to deal with. Allow flight. This isn't something you really have to deal with if you're not in a mod pack. You can glitch out and just be kicked off the server, but this does try to prevent people from hacking to use flight. So if you want to turn that on, you can let people use hack clients to fly, or you can turn it to false, and nobody will be able to fly. You still can use Elytras. You can use Angel Rings if this is a modded server, but it's not right now, so that's not gonna affect you unless you are having people that you don't know join the server, or your friends are trying to hack it. You don't need to deal with this. Don't need to deal with the port. Level type. This is just like you want default. You want super flat. You want customized. Whatever you want. Just whatever the world will load. Archon don't need to deal with. Level seed. If you have a specific seed you want to load the world with, that's where you would put it. Force game mode. That just says, okay, if this is true, I'm going to automatically put all the players into this game mode every time they log in. And the game mode that it puts them in is actually down here somewhere. It's right here. This stands for survival. The 0 does. 1 is creative, 2 is adventure, and 3 is spectator. And that will only happen if you force game mode. And if you switch it now, before you generate the world, then it will put everyone in that game mode when you generate the world as well. Spawn NPCs is true. You don't need to deal with server IP, network compression threshold. Max build height, you can change this, so you can build blocks lower, although it will not go above 256. So if you put it above 256, it'll just go back down to 256. Whitelist just means only people you specify can join the game. Spawn animals just means, okay, spawn animals. Hardcore, this is one of the game modes in the game. If you want hardcore enabled, put that to true. Snooper enabled, don't worry about it. Resource pack, don't worry about that. Online mode, this just, if it's online mode, it will make sure people joining your game do actually have a Minecraft account to allow them in. If it's set to false, then it doesn't check at all, and anyone can join, even if they don't have a legitimate copy of Minecraft. They can still join the online mode, or not online mode servers. Resource pack, if you have a resource pack that you want to install in the server, you can paste a link into there of where you got the mod pack is downloaded from. If you want more information on this, go watch another tutorial. I'm not going to go too much into this, but you can put a server resource pack. PvP just means you can attack other players if it's true. Difficulty, 0 is peaceful, 1 is easy, 2 is medium, and 3 is hard. Enable command block just means you can have command blocks that are running. You can still play some, I think, but you can't use them if this is false. You also might not be able to play some, I don't remember. Player idle timeout, this is just how long it will take before a player is kicked off from not moving. 0 means they're on forever, and anything above that means if they don't move for this long, they're kicked off the server. Max players that's how many players can get on the server. Don't worry about max tick time. And spawn monsters just means spawn monsters. If you want to say still have hard, like say your difficulty is hard, so you'll die of hunger, but you don't want monsters for some reason, well, you can do that on the server. It's really easy. Just say don't spawn monsters, and monsters won't spawn. So once you're done editing all this, I don't think I did very much at all, really. Oh, there is 2 more down here. 3 more. View distance is just the max render distance that you can have. If you lower this, it will actually help the server out. It'll make it go faster if you're having difficulties going slow. But you don't want to make it too low because one looks weird. It's kind of interesting. You can look at it if you want to, but it's weird. Generate structures like mansions, strongholds, nether fortresses, stuff like that. And MLTD, this is just something that will appear below the server title. So we're going to say this is the best server. And there we go. Go up here, click save, and you're good to go. So now your server is completely set up. The only problem that we still have is that nobody else can get onto it. We need to allow other people on our server, you know? So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up, go into your start menu, hit command prompt. Type command, it'll pull up command prompt, and then you're going to type the command in. Oh, ipconfig. No spaces, ipconfig. You can see it right there. And you're going to look for default gateway and IPv4 address. Okay? That's what you're going to be looking for. So what you're going to do is you want to open a browser. So now we have a browser, and we're going to have this open on the other side. This default gateway right here, you're going to type it into your browser, 192.168.2.1. Although, because my router is set up differently, I'm going to use this gateway. Now all we have to do is log in, and you should be able to find your password somewhere in your router, your modem. It should be listed. So once you get here, if you'll have to log in. It might look different than mine, but you'll need to log in. You'll want to go, I go to advanced settings. What you're going to be looking for is either application forwarding or port forwarding. That's what you're going to be looking for. Port forwarding is only use port forwarding if you can't find anything else. Application forwarding is better if you can find it. Now when you get here, in application forwarding, you'll probably have a drop-down list of a bunch of different games that you can create a server for. We're making a Minecraft server. So you see down here, I didn't actually have a Minecraft server set up at first. So this is something that I created myself. I clicked create rule, and I made this rule. So if we want to view it, it's TCP UDP 25565 25565 25565. And let me show you what I did. I did create rule. Just type Minecraft. Okay, TCP and UDP, easy. And then 25565 25565. And I already have this set up, so you would click apply, it would load, and you're good to go. It might be a little bit different on other routers, but hopefully you can figure it out. Once you've done that, you should be able to manually enter your IP address. What you're looking for is this IPv4. Okay? You see down here, where is it? 192. Okay, so here's where I also have a more complicated router set up. Yours should show up somewhere in this list, or you can enter it yourself. 192.168.2.2, right? That's what it is. Type it in, or find it in this drop-down list. Although mine's a little bit different, so I'm going to go down to this one instead. To this one. Then we're going to go down to Minecraft. And then all I have to do is hit apply. As you can see, I've already done it in here. Ethan's desktop, 192.168.0.1.02, Minecraft, and everything will be good to go. It's port forwarded, and that just means that people can connect to your server now. Your information is shared over the internet if they can find your computer. And that's the last thing we need to do. Now your other option, if you don't have application forwarding, is port forwarding. This is going to be very similar, but instead of having a game list, you're just going to have to enter it all manually. So here we have our manually enter our IP address. We're going to go down to Ethan's desktop. Starting port is 25565. Ending port is 25565. TCP and UDP. All IP address. Don't worry about that, and click apply. Once you've done that, you're all good to go. You've done the same thing. You've just done it with port forwarding instead of application forwarding. What you're going to want to do is type IP into your Google Chrome. Then you're going to click enter, and the first thing that should pop up is your public IP address. Mine is blurred out, so you can't see my IP address, but it should be right above your public IP address, right where you see the black bar. This is the address you're going to give to your friends to connect to the server. You will connect to the different IP address, but if your friends want to connect, use this IP address. Now be warned, this IP address can change, so if it does, just make sure you look at it again and send it back out to your friends. So, all you have to do, run the server once again, and it should pop up. And there we go, server's ready. Now just give people that IP, and your server is good to go. And make sure every time you stop it, type stop. Alright, so we're going to start it back up now, run the server, and then we're also going to run up Minecraft, and we're going to test this out. Alright, so we've got Minecraft up, so we're going to click multiplayer, then we're going to go to direct connect, and as you see here, I already have it typed in. Localhost is what you are going to type in to connect to your own server that's hosted on your machine. Everyone else is going to type in the public IP address that we found on Google. You're going to type localhost and then click enter or log in, and it'll start logging you in, and we're on the server, a newly generated world where we can all play games together as friends of Minecrafty things. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, a like would be greatly appreciated, and let me know in the comments down below if this worked for you, if you got your server up and running. And other than that, as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Sweet dreams!